I think, guys, there are like plenty of messages. Please don't get offended if your message is not getting responded. I will try to respond as much as possible, but I will try to also address the queries next week when we are having this session. Okay. And in the meantime, how the markets are looking like? 130 points. Dow is starting to falter more and more. Dow is starting to falter more and more, and the Bank Nifty slowly but steadily, the gap is also widening. Fin Nifty, I think it has started to do its magic as well. Let's quickly look at the live data. Okay, shorts have started to build up. This is your trending OI for the live data. Is the gap widening? Yes, it is. When we went to the break before that, it was around 1.07. Now you can clearly see from 28, 40, 50, the gap is getting widened. This is on the Bank Nifty. This is on the Nifty. Nifty is also getting into the bearish range. Fin Nifty 9.47. This is like in a huge volume. In terms of the open interest creation, it is pretty huge. Not the volume, sorry. It is the open interest creation close to 9 crore. Wow, this is getting massive. Okay. And people who have been asking me, Shiva, like, and when is your next mentoring program? Guys, the next mentoring program, I'm not sure whether I will be having it this year, but definitely not this year. Maybe next year, if possible. If I have the time, I will try to do it. But what do you think? Should I do a 10-day session or should I do a 20 odd day session, which I do it like in the last year? Should it be a bigger one or like in a 20-day session, or like it's going to be a 10 or 12 odd session similar to this? Okay, so many wanted like in a 20, got it. Almost 90% wanted a 20-day. Okay, guys, I'll take that as an input, but I'm not going to do it anything in the near future. It might take another 4 to 5 months or 6 months. Not sure. Based on my availability, I will plan it. Okay, so that will be happening sometime next year. Not this year for certain. There won't be any more sessions this year because I've been non-stop on the roll since almost 2020 or 2019, I believe. We have started having the sessions, and every year I've been, but again, remember, I'm getting old. Body will not be able to do the same way which I've been doing it. Okay, great. Okay, what is going to be the next one? The next one is going to be BTST strategy. I hope you guys are ready for the next one, which is the BTST. Guys, yes, many wanted to reduce the number of hours, but I feel like in 10:30 to 3 or 3:30, whatever the sessions which we do, it is okay for me. Because similar to school concept, we are taking a break in between. I know concentration is going to be a key critical element. I may not be able to reduce the number of hours because we have so much of things to cover. That's the reason I have so many things. And psychology will take some time in that as well. Timing, I would consider this is going to be best. But yes, in terms of the days, I will consider it. Okay. So first and foremost, what is BTST? BTST is nothing but buy today, sell tomorrow. Many people who like in this particular session is not only about scalping, right? We have been covering so many other aspects as well. Uh, one part of that is going to be BTST. All these are the things which I've been doing it. I don't want to teach something which I don't do it, so that later on should not be like in thinking that Shiva is not doing it, but he's teaching the strategies just to make. No, I don't want that way. Whatever that I do, very rarely I do the BTST, but whatever that I have been doing, I've been teaching you all because you needed to know on what parameters, on what setup Shiva trades. That's exactly my core idea here to share these strategies. So BTST again, buy today, sell tomorrow. In this scenario, when I will be doing it, what are the parameters which I see, when I should be taking a trade on the long side or on the short side, all those things we will be taking it. This is one of the short-term strategies. When I say short-term, we will be buying today and then selling it tomorrow. It can be a day or it can be 1 or 2 days as well, based on the trend and then what the market opportunities are and so on. Provided if our stop loss is not getting triggered, our trailing stop loss, I'll continue to hold the trade for a day or two. So how do we do that? And as the name suggests, the BTST, buy today, sell tomorrow, there are a lot of things which is going to be under the, what to say, hood. When I say under the hood, it's not just blindly buying it. You do not know what is in store for tonight and tomorrow. Why? Imagine if you are buying something today. The market is extremely bullish when you are closing for the day and you are trying to buy a futures or buying a stock options or buying a index options. You are buying it thinking that, considering it is like in holding good, tomorrow also is going to be another big day. But unfortunately, overnight you have some news and events which is coming in, which is totally against the markets, not only for global markets, our markets as well. Then automatically next day you might see a big gap down happening. In that scenario, whatever the positions which you would have taken, it can possibly erode 80 or 90 or 100% of your capital. So what you will do in that scenario? Then you will literally lose everything. I think there was a moment which also happened to me actually. Okay, I'll just see if I can get you that so that you will all know how that particular day we played and then what are the things, because these are the live experiences which I wanted to share it with you. Okay, just give me a second. Just a second, guys. I'll get you the video so that it will be easy for all of you to understand what it went through on that particular day. How do we do handle those situations? Because you all needed to play on some or the other day, how you needed to be playing on those kind of a scenario as well. Okay, I'm going to be like in sharing couple of videos as well. I wanted you guys to just watch that whenever that you are going to be doing it, because someone who wanted to know Shiva like and how you would have handled the opening trade and other things. I want you guys to watch out for that. Just give me a minute. Okay, got it. Okay, so this particular day, okay, so what we did is this is almost in 12/5/2022. Okay, we have taken some overnight positions. Okay, and then what I'm trying to do is I'm also trying to buy puts in the morning because it was a gap down, and then whatever the positions which I've taken overnight. Okay, I'm just trying to fight it. This is on 5. Okay, not this one. One sec. Just, okay, one sec. Is this the one? I just saw that video. Where did it go? Guys, what I wanted you to do is whenever you have some time, okay, go through my past videos that I have posted sometime about the golden crossover, about like in every commentary we would have uploaded it here. Okay, I wanted you all to go through that. Okay, this is the video which I wanted to. Yeah, okay, this is the one. Because we have carried some overnight positions. And then morning again, what I did is instead of waiting for it to like in playing on that one, We have also taken the positions on the put side. The most important one, what I wanted you to understand is, don't get bogged down by overnight positions which you would have taken, and then you needed to go and take a trade in the direction. Okay, here, if you look at this, one second, I'll just mute it. Okay, if you look at this, we have taken a position in the morning, and I just wanted to show you the trade book here so that it gives you a clue what I've done. In the morning, once I know that the market is going against my position, I have taken a BTSD position and then the BTSD not working out. And then in the morning, once I know that the market is against me, I needed to go with the trend. What I did, I started to buy from 180 to 160, 190 odd levels. This is pyramiding. We bought around like in 2,400, 500 quantities. This is on 34,400 PE. Once it went above that 200 mark, started to trail, and then it went to 258. We given up 1,200. Remaining 1,200, we given up at around 300 odd levels. And how many minutes we were there in the trade? 9:15 we are in, 9:17, 9:18 we are out. The most important element about the BTSD strategy and the opening trade is when you are taking an overnight position and when it is going against you. How can it go against you? Because the global pressure and everything can happen. In those scenarios, you should be prepared to handle the next day how the market is behaving. So, in that scenario, what would have been the best thing to happen? The most important thing is BTST comes with its own risk and it can magnify your losses. Because in BTST, when we are taking a naked position, I don't normally do hedging. If you're taking an hedging, automatically your profits and everything can come down, and it is not going to give you a major advantage as a buyer, because usually due to the time value and the theta decay, sometimes if the market is just opening a flat, you will see only the premiums getting eroded. In that scenario, what is that only thing which I want you to do is don't deploy all your capital in BTST strategy. Try to deploy only 5 to 10%. Even if the 10% completely goes to zero, in this scenario, that's what has happened. In this scenario, if you go and look at it, in the opening minutes itself, whatever the call or calls you would have taken, 80 or 90% has wiped out. Even if you would have taken it around 300 or 250 or 350, everything gone to 50, 30, and 20 odd levels in the morning. So 90% of the time you will get demoralized. On this particular day, I'm not sure whether this particular day or another one. On this particular day, I was carrying positions close to 10 lakh. That is my overall capital is around 1 CR, out of which 10% I'm carrying it. I posted it also on the Twitter and saying that the reasons for me to take a BTST. You won't normally see me taking a BTST very often. Very rarely. When my setup is giving me 200% confirmation, that is the day I will take it. And if that setup fails the next day due to the global pressure, the global news and everything, I have to accept it. Opening minutes, 10 lakh, it became 1 lakh. 10 lakh became 1 lakh. Then what we did, rather than cribbing about this is what it is, then use my another 20-30% of my capital on that particular day. I think we closed it somewhere around 10 or 15 lakhs in the positive. Let me just check. It is somewhere in the month of May. I'm not sure which day it is actually, but I will definitely try to get you that video. This is like in one session wherein we did something. Not this. Because those are the days which will tell you how you needed to change your approach, not to just fight for it. And the most important thing is, don't try to think that and just because you have lost it, you should be continue to hold the position. No, I wouldn't do that. You just needed to change your direction. Go along with the direction. That's it. And this is another video which I want you to watch it. The 8.5 in the opening trade under 10 minutes. This is in 2021. All I did is like in under 30, like in a 10 minutes, we did the scalping and I would have shown you how it needed to be done. This is again an opening trade. So someone who's looking at it, go through the past videos, okay? Just search option scalping and go through the past videos in our channel. You will get to know how we would have done it in the past. So it will give you a complete idea how each and every trade which we have been doing it. Okay. I'll try to get you that video as well. So this gap down opening, it is against you, and then you needed to do the firefighting. Okay. Similarly, the reason why I'm showing you that is even for the best traders, I think I got the video. Let me just see. Okay, I believe this is the one. Mm. Okay, so if you look at it, this is the, yeah, this is the video, guys. Thank you. So this is the positions which we carried. What I did is I carried close to 9,000 odd quantity at an average around 120 odd levels. And this is the rate at which it closed. Why it is closing at 96 the previous day? It is adjusted closing because I took the position at around 325 or something. Adjusted closing was around 20 rupees or 25 rupees down. Already it is down. And you know what happened after that? The market opened already with 250 points. I didn't get bothered. So look at this. It is almost falling. And then it continued to fall on that particular day. And in fact, it was falling big time on that particular day. The open and highs are there, but it was several open and highs. And you can clearly see this is the one. All your puts are trading at 200, 300%, whereas your calls have lost close to 80, 90%. And I believe whatever the position which I was carrying, it came to almost 8 or 9 rupees or 10 rupees in the opening minutes itself. Then, rather than getting bogged down, this is a perfect setup. Why I would say it is a perfect setup? Look at this. I will just show you that. This is a perfect setup for anyone who would have wanted to carry an overnight position. I will just show you the chart. And it was trying to take a support trade as well. Look at this. This is the previous day. Based on the data, it is almost literally closing near to the day's high with the volume and every parameter in the book is getting fulfilled. But unfortunately, next day I'm getting a big 400, 500 point gap down. From there, the market has been continuously falling. And the good news is, RSI was not going below the 20 mark. Since it is closing at the day's high, the market was giving me all the opportunities for me to take a trade for the next day. Once it started to fall, you shouldn't be panicking. Why I shouldn't be panicking? Because I didn't deploy my entire resource here. Okay, as a BTST trader, don't deploy. The biggest problem with many traders is they keep deploying all their resources in one trade, hoping for them to give a big win. It is not going to happen. You always needed to look for the worst possible scenarios. In this scenario, once we lost close to 9 lakh in the opening minutes, many traders would have felt, oh no, man, I'm getting totally dejected because I followed all the system and everything. The market didn't give me the opportunity. The most important thing is once you have all the parameters with you, try to go and chase it. When you see that the global markets and everything are changing, then go along with that because the US market the previous day it fell hard, and you can clearly look at the VIX at that particular time. It was close to 24. There was a 7% hike. When you are seeing the VIX going higher in the opening minutes, plus all your global parameters, everything is working in your favor, all you needed to do is just chase it. That's exactly what we did. And the market started to tank big time. And I believe we made multiple efforts on that particular day, made trading through the day. Every rise was an opportunity to sell and never got bogged down with whatever the things which happened. And I believe in the second half, I'll just show you. The fall was continuous. So overall on that particular day, I think you needed to watch this video if possible. This is the hero or zero. Everything played out exactly. So on this particular day, everything worked out the way we wanted it. The hero or zero trade or everything. And I want you to watch this video if possible. I'll just send it across to all of you. Thank you for sharing this video. So this particular day, the 9 lakh lost to 15 lakh, and this will be like someone who's looking for a mindset change. I want you guys to watch this video. Many normally would get bogged down. I'm a guy who loves that. I always love the challenges because life is all about taking the challenges, and only when we are pushed to the corner, we will be able to get the best out of us. Okay, that is the kind of day that I played it on that particular day. Okay, so I want you to watch that and this video. Guys, I wouldn't be taking any trade at this juncture in the Bank Nifty or Nifty because the market is absolutely not doing anything. Why you wanted to take a trade when it has not fallen with volume and moreover it is trading in the no trade zone? Wait it out, wait it out. You will get a better opportunity in the second half. More the time we wait, more the better it can become. Okay, so these two trades, why I wanted to showcase it. Since we are discussing about the BTST and the opening trade, I wanted to tell you that well in advance, both these strategies can be quite risky. Both these strategies can be quite risky. Why? It can give you a large profit. Imagine if it is opening the way you wanted it to open, it can give you 50, 60 or 100% gains. And there are days when the market is not obliging you, it can take away 70, 80 or 90%. And I don't want to show you only rosy pictures. I wanted to show you and tell you the market can be brutal and never ever try to deploy large capital. The risk involved, the price rise end of the session may not sustain the next day. If there are external pressures like the world markets and specific news which can come in during the day, that is one. BTST, when not traded correctly with proper data backing, can wipe out your complete traded amount. And if it is going to be on the expiry day and if it is moving in opposite direction, similar to the one which I played, you will be able to lose everything. Short selling in stocks can attract penalty. So please be careful. Don't try to apply this BTST or SGBT in the stocks. Don't try to do that. The BTST is best played on the index futures and index option and stock futures to an extent. But do not try it on the stock options or because those are in very risky components and the stocks especially. What are the things which I needed to look for the BTST? Market closing it at the day's high and OI at day's low. That means it is bullish. Why it is bullish? It is a short covering. You can enter by buying a call or buying a futures and we can look at to exit in the next morning. So normally how would I exit? Imagine if I'm buying something at 100 rupees. Next day morning, if it is opening at around 160, what I normally tend to do is keep a profit of around 40 rupees. Keep a 20 rupee gap. Okay. Morning volatility will be there. The market will be quickly moving and moving higher and lower and so on. In that scenario, keep at least a 40 rupee profit so that you will get at least 40%. Then the remaining 20, you can take it as a risk. Sometimes what can happen is when you're taking a risk of this 40%, you may be able to get another 40 or 80% also because sometimes the momentum will keep on moving. Imagine on that particular day, if I would have taken a put instead of a call, it would have given me already 100 or 200% move plus another 200% move on intraday. So that is the advantage when you get the overnight positions right on your favor. Try to do that. Next, long build up and market closing it at the day's high are the best trade for the BTST. I'll be showing you an example as well. BTST are best traded after consolidation and the long buildup is happening towards the late end. When I say late end, between 230 and 330. Between 230 and 330, we don't follow the two candle theory or anything, right? That is the time you needed to look for the market direction. If the market is closing it at the day's high or market closing it at the day's low, that is the best time for us to take a overnight position. Again, remember, long buildup plus short covering both can give you best result. But I would sincerely say if a long buildup is happening, that will give you more and more confidence. This is on 17th October and 18th October 2022. Time frame is 3 minutes. RSI is above 60. Futures is having a short covering and market is closing it at the day's high. If you go and look at the EOD OI analyzer, this guy would also be giving you a clue. Look at this. Every day there has been a short covering. That means shorts who are there in the system, they are all covering their position. We are looking at the data for 17th for us to take a position for 18th. Okay. So when you are getting to see a big short covering happening with almost a 580 points, 1.4% or 1.59% OI going down, then look at the volume on the futures OI analysis. Long buildup is the one which is holding up. Whole day you don't see any short buildup happening. Few of the long unwinding happening towards the late end. But who's closing it between 230 to 330? It is the short covering with good volume, reasonable volume. From 39,300, it closed almost at 40,000 odd levels. So 600, 700 point move on intraday. Now, when you are seeing the day high, when you are seeing a short build-up, and intraday long build-up is the one which is winning, then I would go and take a trade. Now, look at it. What is happening here? OI is closing it at the day's low, market closing it at the day's high, with a good volume build-up happening here. But the only catch point here is, sometimes towards the day end, the RSI will be extremely overbought. Please be careful. If the RSI is above around 75 to 80, that is fine. But if the RSI is already 85, 90, I would sincerely say there might be a possibility of profit booking coming in the next morning. Please be careful. Even if you are taking a position, don't try to get into fresh position in the morning because RSI is already overbought. So this is a perfect combination. Market closing it at the day's high with a good buildup of position. OI closing it at the day's low. On the index, when you see this, this is a golden opportunity. Out of 10 times, yes, 8 times you will win. 2 times, the global pressure and other news parameters can drag the market and we might lose as well. This is on chart day 2. This is how it closed. We took a position somewhere around here. Next day, what has happened? Can you see this? Due to the RSI impact, this is the area wherein we are buying it. Once in the next morning, it is getting a huge gap up from 40,000, almost 4,400 to 4,500, 500 point gap up, and OI is continuing to falter. So in this scenario, what is the clue we are getting it? Once it is falling due to profit booking, use the RSI as an opportunity. Once it is coming down, again we will try to enter because the market is extremely bullish. And then the market continued its rally the whole day. This is not only going to be giving you a clue, like a big profit. And also, imagine if I'm keeping like a stop loss somewhere around here, 40,200. Okay, it would not have triggered 4150. It would not have triggered, and you could have captured all the way up to 4500 if you'd have positionally played it as well. This is what I was saying it to you. You can either book the profit in the morning when it goes higher here, or if you feel that there is another 500 to 1000 point capturing move is available, you can trail it for the whole day, keeping 100 or 200 point as a stop loss, and you can trail it for the whole day. Next, another example. This is on 22nd and 23rd November. Again, the time frame is 3 minutes. RSI is above 60. You can see the futures is having a short covering, and then prices closing it at the day's high. When we look at the EOD1 analyzer, it is going to be giving you the clue. OI analyzer is one of the best features if you are looking for a BTSC strategy. It can give you the clue. I'll just show you that. What these guys are planning to do. This is one feature which I normally use to track for any stock movements and other things. What is this guy is showing you for the last 1 week or so? If you look at it, this is a cumulative. When I say cumulative, it is a combination for current month, next month, far month. If it is only current month, just see the detailed view here. It is only showing you they're all unwinding the position in the current series, but in the next series and the following series, they are adding short position. And can you see when they are adding the short position, the prices are falling big. When they are adding long position, the prices is not moving higher. That means there is a demand when it is going down. There is a supply when it is going up. Supply means the price is not moving much. Everybody is booking the profits and markets is not moving up at all. That is the clue which we are getting it. So as of now, considering getting into the expiry is on 28th, and then for the next series, what they are trying to do? Already they are trying to add some short position. But look at the past data here. In the last 1 month or so, they have been adding a lot of short covering. That means people who would have been like playing on the long side, like in short side, they have been all forced to cover their position. Okay. Now, only we are witnessing long unwinding. That means after the short covering, the guys who have taken the position, the buyers, whoever have taken us position, they're all saying, Shiva, we have witnessed the rally from 43,000 to 46,000. Now it is time for me to exit and wait it out because global markets are not giving me any major clue. Also, I see fresh selling coming in the next series. That means when you see the fresh selling, that means someone is saying, Shiva, I think the market is temporarily making a high. I'm not believing in the rally and I'm going to be using every opportunity to sell. This is the clue which you will be getting it using the EOD OI analyzer. So that's the reason we use that particular feature to get the track where exactly the market is moving. So here, which and which dates we are seeing now? We are seeing for 22nd and 23rd. 22nd evening, you'll be looking at the data. What is the data showing you on 27th evening? 260 points, big OI covering. So almost the change in OI is almost 30%, which is a very good one. Now we will go and look at the future OI analysis. Market had a long build up with the volume, and then towards the late end, it is closing with the short covering. Don't look at EOD data. Look at 1430 to 1530. That is the time at which the market action happened. This is end of day data, which normally exchanges share with us around like in 6:30, 7:30. We update it around 8:30, but I don't give too much of importance. Here is what I would be giving importance because this is the traded volume. You needed to look at this. Okay. And it is closing it near to the day's high. Next, future OI analysis also like in showing me a good move for the next day as well. Now, this is the data. Whole day the market moved. It went to 40,400 odd level, closing above the day's high, 40,500. The last candle being very good, almost literally closing it at the day's high. If I am a trader, I will look to take a trade in these two candles. Okay, overnight position, I'll try to take these two candles. But what is happening with RSI? It is almost at 75-80 mark. Next day, when you are getting a gap up, what I will try to do, this is your chart here. When you're getting a gap up, use that as an opportunity to exit your positions. Easily, you would have got almost like in 42,400 to 42,600, 700 odd levels. That's it. And if you have been like in keeping, if you're a positional player, if you're using this level as your stop loss or 50 points above your buy price as your stop loss, whole day it didn't come at all. And even at the high, it went up to 42,800, came over and then moved higher again. Okay. This is again ST-BT example. Yes, before taking the BTST, we should be looking at how the intraday futures data, how the EOD OI analyzer for the current day and the previous day is there, and then we needed to take a trade. Guys, the EOD OI analyzer gives you a clue on how every day the market has played. This is a live again. So you can look at for the current day as well. You can look at not only for the current month, you will be able to see what they are planning to do for the next series. Earlier, they were all having a long build-up, but who's dominating in the last 1 week or so? Longs were also there in the system. Shorts are also in the system. But who's currently dominating? It is the shorts. Now, once the shorts are taking the markets lower and lower, what will be happening to the longs who have created the position? What they will be doing? They will unwind the position. If they feel that this market is not going to be moving anywhere upside, they will start to unwind the position. That's the reason it is important not only track the current series, next series as well. When I will track the next series, normally in the last week. Why not last week? They will square off the position in the current series, do some rollovers in the next series. That means I'm happy with whatever the profit which I've done, or if I wanted to carry my position to the next series, they will roll it over to the next series. That's the reason in the last week, don't only look at the current week, current month data, look at the cumulative data of all 3 months put together. You will get the clear picture. You will get the clear picture. Now, we'll see one more example on the STBT as well. On the STBT, again, this is on 15th December 2022 and 16th December. The unwinding was happening. The RSI was below 40 mark, closing it at the day's low. We are getting all the parameters in the book getting fulfilled. This is the EOD OI analyzer. Market fell and then it is falling further on the 16th as well. Now, the OI data towards the late end, where exactly the volume of action happening? Big volume of action, long unwinding, market closing it at the day's low, a perfect recipe for you to take a position. Even the future OI analysis, there is a big move, something which was trading at 43,500, 600, it came to 43,300 odd levels by end of the day. Now, this is your chart. The market has been continuously falling. OI is also falling. You can clearly see big fall, big fall. When you see both OI and the price falling, clear long unwinding, market closing it at the day's low, further shorts getting into the system is possible. So 43,300, all the levels, right? Now look at it. Here, you are getting a minor gap down, maybe around 100, 150 odd points. But when it has played the previous day with the volume of action on the downside, the longs have used the opportunity to exit. What they will do here? Every rise, they will use it as an opportunity to exit again. That's what has been happening in the market for the past 1 week, right? What is happening? Every rise has been used as an opportunity to sell. That is exactly as happened here as well. So every opportunity on the upside, though it is like in a morning volume, that has not been played out well. They were not able to take the previous day, whatever the level at which the selling started, and then the market started to turn. Plus, you got a 2 candle theory after 10 o'clock. It would have given you further more results. Clear? This is how you needed to be looking at to take a trade. One more example. This is on 22nd and 23rd. So people who are looking for how many times we'll be able to take this STBT and BTST, no one knows. You may get 1 or 2 times in a month. If the market is really trending and volatile, you might get at least 4 or 5 also in a month. Okay, this is on 22nd December and 23rd. Again, the short trade. Clearly, the EOD analyzer is saying every day the longs have been unwinding. Longs have been unwinding. Look at this. Who's dominating? The volume is with long unwinding. They didn't beat it with short covering or long build up here. And these guys have literally taken the days almost at 42,400 odd levels. There is not much significant move. But if you look at it, towards the late end, the amount of long unwinding which is happening, that means clearly longs are saying, guys, we are not happy with the market and we wanted to exit our long position. Whenever you see the longs exiting the position, shorts will always be looking to short that particular index. It can be like an index or a stock or whatever it is. They will look to short that particular one. That's exactly as happened here. This is your chart one. Closing it at the day slow. OI closing it at the day slow. Then next day, you are getting a gap down. And then continue to go lower and lower and lower. This is the power of following the BTST and the STBT strategy. So what are the things which I want you to note for the BTST and STBT? Market closing at the day's low and OI at day's high, enough reasons for us to STBT because that is a quadrant 2 which is short build up. Market closing at the day's low and OI also at day's low, enough reason for STBT. Again, the reason is it is a combination of Q3 and Q4, which is nothing but long unwinding because it would have had a short covering plus long unwinding. It should be mentioned as Q4, but it's okay. Next, here on even days, the data takes a backseat. Market closing it at the day's high and OI at day's low. It is a BTST because it is a short covering. It should be it should be 3. Instead, I think their team has mentioned it wrong. This should be 4. This should be 3. Okay. Sorry about that. We will make that correction later. Nikhil, make that correction. Okay. Market closing it at the day's high and OI at the day's high. Enough reasons for BTST because that is quadrant 1 long build up. That is quadrant 1 long build up. In a STBT scenario, you will be selling the futures, selling the calls and buying a put. In a BTST scenario, we will be buying the futures, selling a put and then buying a call. So these are the 2 options available based on what you choose, whether STBT or BTST. Never carry any fresh position for stock if the daily RSI is above 75. So imagine if you're looking to go and follow this for the stocks, if the stock is already trading on daily RSI above 75, I would avoid that particular stock. Also, look for the EOD data because it can confirm what you see it on the charts. Always remember, chart and the data has to go hand in hand. Charts is showing you like it is closing it at the day's high, whereas the market data is showing you almost literally a bearish move. Then I would avoid it. Both needed to go hand in hand. And look for the global market cues as well. Say for example, if you are trying to take a trade around 320. Okay, market is closing at the day's high, but the Dow futures is trading at 200 points in the negative. Will I take an overnight position? No, because you do not know what if the Dow closes 500 points in the negative tonight and you may not be able to get a big gap up tomorrow, and market may react based on the global news. If the global markets is also around 100, 200 points positive, and our markets also closing in the positive, then it makes sense for us to go and take a trade. If you'd have looked at yesterday's data, when our markets were trading, our Dow futures sometime back, it was at 120, right? And then it came to negative, and then almost 40, 50 points in the green, and our markets also closed in the green. So those are the things which I want you to observe it. When in short covering and BTST, look for RSI level, because when it is overbought, if it is already above 85 or 90, then it is going to be very difficult to get a big gap up, or even if you're getting a gap up, you will immediately get a sell off in the morning. So please be careful. When in short build up and long unwinding, when you are looking for the STBT, look for the oversold territory as well. So these are some of the important points when you needed to note for the BTST and the STBT. Guys, the EOD data, it is not only available by end of the day, you will be able to see through the day. That is the beauty about this feature. So you it is currently giving you a clue how much is the point change and everything. Can you see this? 129 to 144. This will not only going to give you data at the end of the day, it can also give you the data through the day. That's the beauty about OI Pulse. We will be giving you the every 1 minute data. We'll give you that happening as it is happening. We'll give you the data. Guys, we have taken a lot of efforts to provide some of the features. I can proudly say these features are not going to be available any of the tools which you see it in India. They might have different things, but at least whatever that has worked and whatever that has given us results, we are providing you all that. This is all based on the future data, not based on the spot. I hope now with two strategies, one is the opening trade, another one is the BTST, you will be able to look at. So how many strategies which we have seen so far in the last 8 or 9 days now? We have seen the connecting dots. We have seen the two candle theory. We have seen the trending OI, golden crossover, gap, opening trade, BTST. Okay. Yes, there will be plenty of apps and others will try to copy our features and everything, but will they be able to copy my mind? Whatever that I have it in my mind, I don't think anyone can. Whatever that we have done it in one click or any of these strategies, no one will be able to go through this deep, explain you what we have done. Everybody can copy and show, but is there anyone who have come out and you guys have so many apps, right? Anyone are coming out and explaining each and every strategy in live market, explain this is how you needed to use this particular feature? No one would have done that. Because it is not an app which is built by a programmer, or it is an app which is built by a trader. So naturally, I know what is that which works for us, and then that's the way we build it. Guys, iOS, it might take some time because these guys wanted to increase the fees by 30%, which we are not willing to. Okay, so that's the reason we are not hosting it on the Apple. Guys, next week we will be teaching you the open and high strategy as well, because that is again going to be an important strategy which will take at least some time. That's the reason I've scheduled it in the last. Okay. So now, I hope this strategy again going to give you all a clue when you needed to take an overnight position, when you should be in staying light and other things. Now, what is the market is trying to do now? Both Fin Nifty. Wow, Fin Nifty is still trading above the VWAP territory, whereas the Bank Nifty is saying, Shiva, I'm on a different path. I'm going to be falling. But what is surprising? There is absolutely no volume. Though the fall and everything is happening, this market is literally fooling the people. But trending OI is giving you a clue, right? What is the clue? Should I be bearish or bullish? But this data can immediately change based on the volume and other things. So please be careful. What is happening with the Dow? Is it important for us to track the Dow? Now you would have, you would have found all the more reasons why I'm tracking the Dow in the live markets. Guys, are you able to see the first dot, which is the most important dot for us, which is the Dow? I hope prior to the mentoring to now, you would have witnessed the actual reasons why we are tracking the Dow. Earlier, no one would have bothered to check the Dow. Now the Dow is giving you all the reasons why I should be bearish or bullish. First is the Dow going down. Next is your India VIX. What is this guy saying now? Should I be bullish or bearish now? Two dots, both are giving you bearish. Next comes your OI data on the futures. What is your futures OI data is suggesting you for the day? This is your futures OI data. What is it suggesting? Long unwinding, short build up. Long unwinding is holding the fort. Again, you are getting to see the long unwinding. Every parameter in the book is suggesting for us to go on the short side or on the long side. 3. Okay. Now you guys connect the dots. Whatever the dots which I have taught you, you guys connect it. This is how I would connect the dots and then try to take a trade. Now you tell me, Dow futures is negative. India VIX, it is clearly falling. OI spurts data, it is still not meeting our requirements. Why I say it's still not meeting our requirements? We needed 50% increase in price and 50% increase. Here we are getting there, 45%, and the OI, almost it met my requirements. The price still not there. But on the other hand, has it fallen more than 50%? It is almost getting there. So clearly, but slowly we are getting a clue that the market is going to be favoring the put and not favoring the call. If you are a writer, you need to be there on the call side. If you are a buyer, you need to be there on the put side. The market is clearly giving you a demarcation now. Only thing is, we just needed some more 10 more percentage. 1, 2, 3 done. And then the futures data. What is the futures data suggesting? Is it falling? All your indicators are above. Your PSR, your super trend, your VWAP, and your WMA, your pawn, a knight, and then your rook, and your bishop, everybody is above. Only thing which is missing is this particular boy, which is your volume, correct? And what is happening here? RSI is now well below the 40 mark. And what is happening with the OI? What is happening with the OI? Now it is starting to fall. The OI is increasing. What is the clue that is? It is a short build-up. Are you able to connect all the dots now? Is all the dots in your favor? How many minutes it took for us to review everything? Why there is a long wick? That means someone is coming and trying to give a support to this market. Someone is trying to make a push. Guys, even if you are getting a long wick, but you know the pressure at which it is coming down. Someone is trying to use that opportunity to support it. Can you see this? Why they are doing it? If you go and look at it, Bank Nifty on a daily chart, they don't want to give up that 44,560 odd levels. They are trying to say, Shiva, we have been holding this level for the past 2-3 days. Okay? And then, why can't it be a long unwinding? Why can't it be a long unwinding? If the OI is increasing, is it a long unwinding? Now it is a long unwinding. If the OI is increasing, is it a long unwinding? No. Price falling, OI increasing, short build up. Market falling, OI falling, that is long unwinding. Okay, guys, please understand. It cannot happen like that. You needed to know how it is. Okay, please go through the videos again and again and again. If you are not sure, please go through that again and again and again. Now, are you able to understand? Go through all the concepts. Dow futures. Next, India VIX. What is the India VIX is doing? Which category India VIX is here? Market moving higher, VIX rising? No. Market moving lower and VIX rising. The Nifty is falling. India VIX almost from 11, it has gone to 11.4, 11.14. Can you see this? It is bearish. Next, OI spots, it is almost getting to that category, right? 50% increase in OI, 50% increase in price. Are we getting there? Where is that? I'll show you that. Can you see this? We're almost there. 30-40%, but still we needed it 50%. Correct. Now, Open interest, futures is showing you clear long unwinding plus short build-up. What is the IV data is showing you now? $11 on the call side, 15 on the put side. Is it good for the buyers on the put side? Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Correct. But I would have loved another 5 or 10 point like this. We would have been loved like this. Instead of this particular scenario, okay, it's a PPT. I can't change it, PDF. Instead of this, I would have loved 11 and 18 or 19 here so that the bigger premium would be playing out on the put side. Okay, higher the higher the IV, and if the market is also falling in that particular direction, we would get a better and a bigger move. We would get a better and a bigger move. Okay, next. All your indicators, everything is working out in your favor except this volume. Except this volume. And if the delta is less, you can't get much. That's it. It's simple as that, right? Then choose a delta which is like in deeper. If the delta is around 0.6 or 0.7, this is the one we can look at it, which is somewhere trading around 400 to 360 odd levels. If you look at it here, as a seller, I would look to sell anything which is below the 50 delta, 0.5 delta. This will be giving me the rewards. Correct? Because you are not going to be getting a move when the market reverses also. This is how I would connect the dots and then take a trade. Now, though the dots, everything is there, what is missing? Only one particular parameter is missing. Imagine if you're a small trader, you needed to wait for that opportunity. If you're a large trader using this as an opportunity, you wanted to take some trades and other things. I'm just going to be looking at the Bank Nifty because that is the one which is giving you the move, right? So if I'm trying to take it, I'll go for 45,000 or 44,900. Say for example, I'm taking a quick trade. For every rise, I will use as an opportunity to take a trade. As a small trader, you needed to wait it out. Imagine I'm trying without the confirmation. If you are going in, I'll be doing a small scans on whatever that is possible and then get an exit. So once it is in my favor, trail it, keep running it in your favor and then make money, get out of the trade. One more candle, we should be good enough. Imagine all of a sudden, this Dow futures from 150, it goes to minus 100, minus 50 and immediately you will see a recovery happening. Tracking this guy is equally important. Tracking that guy is equally important. Guys, still we didn't get the 2 candle. If you are getting a 2 candle theory, then that is the time wherein I will be deploying 20% of my capital. Not required to 20%, even with 10 or 15%, still you needed to target for that 1%. Okay, that is how you needed to play for it. So which bank is the one which is supporting the market today? Except HDFC, all other banks are in deep red. HDFC is being used as an index management. HDFC has been used as an index management stock today. Guys, in TradingView, if you have the free version, this data will be delayed. But if you have a paid version, you will be able to get the live tick of the Dow, which we are publishing it. Now from 160, it has gone to 180. So based on the Dow, what I'm going to be doing is I'm adding few more positions here. I'm not playing for anything. I'm just playing for the Dow because the Dow has been constantly under pressure and that is going to be giving the move on the Bank Nifty as well. And it is giving you? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So once it crosses the 375 or 378 mark, we will try to trail it. Already we are sitting on the profit, right? Once it is above your buy price, always remember, once it is above your buy price 5 or 10 rupees, then start to trail it. First and foremost thing which you needed to do is protecting your capital. Protecting your capital. That should be your primary mantra. Then automatically other things will follow. So where exactly the market has a resistance now for this trade? In case if my trade goes wrong, what will be my stop loss? I can use my VWAP till this level as a level to enter and then keep 20 or 30 points above that level as my stop loss. Now, this is going against me, correct? This is going against me. Our average is around 361. Should I average it here or should I average here, here and here? Don't try to average everything here. Wait for the resistance levels because these are the areas wherein you can get the resistance. Now, I'll be little more confident holding this trade, though the signals and everything is not there. What are the things which is in my favor? Except the volume, what are the things in my favor? IV is in my favor. Next, OY data is in my favor. Next, if you look at it, this is also in my favor to an extent, not completely. But the most important element is 1.34 to 76. And what is happening now? What is happening now? Is it giving you a good move? Perfect one? We entered and then the market is giving you the reward there. We will keep it at 410 and then keep trailing it every 5-point gap. Still, this is not moving with the volume. Imagine what is the base for us to take this trade. The base was only the Dow futures, the way it has been falling, and then all the other parameters following suit. Correct? How much is the capital deployed on this one? 3 lakhs out of the 25 lakhs. And how much is the money which we have made so far now? Are we going to be losing this trade? Whatever the setup which I showed you, I'm just deploying that setup and then taking a trade. Even without the 2-candle theory, how we are taking a small trade and making money. Is our trade done? How many of you loved the trade? Is it my magic hand or is it the data which is giving you the magic here? Guys, tell me honestly, I've given you everything in the book. In the last 1 week, I'm showcasing it again and again and again. Why should I be doing that? It's not the magic. It's about the good thing. Guys, yes, luck plays a factor. Okay, I'm not the operator as well. I would be happy to be an operator. I can make millions and millions every day. But the only thing is, when you think good and do good, market will definitely, and not only market, in life also you will get all the good things in you. Guys, I'm telling you honestly. Just don't even think bad for others. You just keep doing good. Even if you're not able to do anything good, just ignore and move on. Guys, I don't think I can explain anything better in the live market, showcasing you how everything is working. And did we deploy our entire capital to get this 44? How much is the overall percentage we would have deployed? 2 to 3%. Do you think even in the worst case scenario, I would have lost around 44,000 or in worst case scenario, 50,000 in the trade? Okay, if it is going against us. And what would have happened? We will be losing only 0.5% on overall capital. And our trader lasted how many minutes? 12:44? Though this is a lucky one. I would say it is a lucky one because it captured almost 70, 80 points in no time. Now, if you look at it, it is almost going towards a 430, 435. Don't crib. Once your position is getting close, you would be sometimes saying, sometimes this 367, I would have got my position closed by 380 or 390. Okay? Don't crib when it goes above the range. Then you will say, Shiva, I missed a large rally. Guys, not every day we will be able to capture all the moves in the index. There are days wherein we will capture 60, 70 points. There are days we will capture only 10, 20 points. Be happy with what you get rather than keep cribbing. Be happy with what you get rather than keep cribbing. Clear? Now, market is falling based on the Dow. VIX is rising. Only this guy is holding up. What is that which is missing? Your volume. And what is happening with the RSI now? Dow is almost 200 points down now. When we started the trade, it was around 140, 160 odd levels. Now it is 40 points. Can you see how the Dow is helping the Bank Nifty to fall more? Nifty would have fallen. But do you think Nifty would have given us the result the way the Bank Nifty is giving it? Now, the reason why I wanted you to use our indicator 200 is, look at this. If you have been tracking this guy, Dow futures is also showing up here. But sometimes due to the delay of 5 minutes, you may not be able to see the exact rate. That's the reason we wanted to see the live data and then take a trading decision. So once it went near to the oversold territory, what is happening? It is giving you a bounce. Okay, just give me a minute, guys. Okay, great. Guys, earlier I used to use 5 or 6 screens actually, but nowadays I don't trade much, right? I use hardly like in 2, 3 screens. That's it. Yes, you can look at the live data in OI Pulse and trade, but in OI Pulse, we may not be able to get the live tick of the Dow. This particular table is not available in OI Pulse. That's the reason we are using TradingView. Otherwise, everything else is available in OI Pulse itself. For me to take a trade, I would definitely use OI Pulse for everything because it is giving you all the things. And I've been explaining you about the OI Pulse indicators which we use and so on. Now, what is this data? Market is falling. OI is climbing. What is this called? Is it short build-up or long unwinding or what is that? Short build-up, right? Perfect. Guys, again I repeat, this is the nth time I'm repeating it. This particular indicator, it is available for all of you free in the TradingView. Just search for option scalping V2. This is for the Bank Nifty. Nifty option scalping V2 for the Nifty. Okay, you can add this. And then you will be able to get all the data live. This Bank Nifty contributor may not be available, but I will try to make that also available in future. Guys, charts are working fine all through the day. Just use, if someone who's using Edge, you can use Edge for the OI Pulse. It has supported very well. There are some browsers which may not work properly, but Edge has been working perfectly fine. Use it. I will recommend Edge. Contribution is not available anywhere. Guys, option scalping V2 indicator is not available in OI Pulse. I keep repeating it. Please understand there are certain limitations by TradingView. They are not giving it to us. That's the reason we are not adding it here. Instead, we have added it on the TradingView because they wanted to buy some subscription from them. They wanted, Shiva, if I'm giving you everything free for your users, then no one will come to me and buy my subscription. That's the reason they are not giving everything to me at a free. Now, the Dow is at 216 points down. If there is going to be a bounce towards the super trend or the VWAP, what I will try to do? Is it a buy on rise, buy on dips or sell on rise market? Clear? Perfect. Okay, so there are 2 things you guys have learned. All I want you to do is, whatever the strategies which you guys have been learning in the last 7-8 days, I want you to keep following it with discipline over a period of time. I'm not asking you, everybody, to follow the same setup and everything. You can do your own setup. Everything is fine. See what suits you and then stick to that with discipline. Okay, I'm not going to enforce that like, and you needed to, just because you attended Shiva's session, you have to just follow whatever the Shiva says. Adjusted pricing, it is the last 30-minute average that will be taken into consideration when they do the pricing. The indicator which we use for the Nifty is Nifty underscore option scalping. Just search for Nifty underscore option scalping. No. Option scalping Nifty. Sorry that. This one, option scalping Nifty. Okay, we will find this. Guys, the EOD analyzer will give you the data at the end of the day. In the futures chart only, you will be able to see the data at 3:30 and the post-market close. Why? Because we wanted to show you at what level that closed and what is the adjusted rate which is coming in from the exchange post the markets. So which is the index which is now falling, starting to fall faster? Along with the Dow, which is the index which is starting to fall faster? Now, Bank Nifty, is it making a crucial break here? Imagine today, if it is going to be breaking this level and taking the market lower towards the day's end, there is every possibility we might see a bigger and a deeper cut happening in the Bank Nifty and Nifty in the upcoming days, because it is trying to break the crucial 50-day moving average here. And the Bank Nifty is already trying to hold up the level in the past, which has been holding up. And if it is breaking, these are key important support levels. And you have a bigger possibility the market can fall further and further. Now, not only the gap filling, what is happening here? Is your parameters now getting fulfilled? Both on the call and the put side. If you're a buyer, where you needed to be. If you're a seller, where you needed to be. More than 50% fall, more than 50% increase in OI. More than 50% increase in price, more than 50% increase in OI. Q1 and Q2 parameter getting fulfilled? Yes, no? Don't tell me I didn't share all these secrets with you. Similarly, I think Arul, don't look at the RSI if it is going to be below 20. Now, imagine we made money in this one. Now, if I wanted to make money in the next account, close that position there. Every position is closed. Take the next trade. Bank Nifty here. And 44,800, which is trading at, okay, 44,900 I'll go for. Something which is trading at 423. Every rise, what I will try to do, if I'm taking a small trade, if I wanted to, every rise I will use it as an opportunity to enter. Imagine if you are a single lot player, still you haven't got the opportunity. That's the limitations which you have. If you are a multi-lot player, 1, 2 lots here, 4 lots here, 8 lots here, 16 lots here, and 20 lots here, so that your maximum average is somewhere around here. Why I'm entering into it? Because the Dow is continuing to fall. Our market is not moving anywhere, and it is going to be continuing to fall further and further. But don't try to deploy large capital. Go along with the trend. Even with like 120, you can clearly see how it has been rewarding you. And just trail it. I would love to see the volume of action coming in. I'm just adding few positions here. As it is bouncing, I'm going to be using as an opportunity to enter more. The reason why I'm entering this trade is, you will definitely see the market head towards this territory, get the support level, and then try to move whether on the upside or on the downside. That's the reason normally when the market is breaking a particular range, I normally use for the next support level. Till that time, you will be able to use that as an opportunity to sell the index. And one more thing is, look for the RSI. RSI is still not getting into that oversold territory. It is still at the 27, 28 mark. And then use every opportunity to enter. Now, as per my stop loss, what will I do? Yesterday we made around 2 lakh or 3 lakh or whatever it is. For the opening trade, in case if our first trade, if it is in profit, what will we do? We needed to protect our previous day profit and use our intraday profit as a stop loss. What is the previous trade profit for us? Around 44, 45K. So in case if this trade goes wrong, where should I be trying to book my loss? Around 44, 45, because I needed to protect my capital and play with the profits, whatever that I have. Correct? In that scenario, is it a good? Now, are you able to see the mindset how it is? Guys, apply this mindset. You will definitely see a big change in your approach. That way, you're not going to be worried. You will only be thinking, Shiva, you already made around 45. Anything which is coming in, it's all bonus for you. Perfect. How are we placing a stop loss? I already predetermined here, keeping a stop loss of 75 points. You can keep a target also 75. What will happen? If I am taking a position, both my profit and the target will get initiated here. Okay? That is the beauty about one click. You can place your stop loss here. What about if you have made a loss on the previous day? Then use 10% of your deployed capital as a stop loss. Imagine if you are deploying around 1.5 lakhs, then 10% of that. That means you can take a risk up to 15,000. In that scenario, even if I'm using losing 15,000, what will happen? Do you think I'm using 1% of my loss? No. Where is my 1% loss? It is around 1 lakh. Okay, so overall, if you're looking at it, I can lose up to 1 lakh in a particular trade. Based on your capital, you decide that. Clear, guys? So why you consider 75? It can be varying. Because imagine if my stop loss is around 1 lakh and if I'm trying to take 1,000 quantities or 2,000 quantities, up to 75 rupees, I don't mind losing it because it can be going up to like 1.2 or 1.3 lakhs. And I don't mind losing it because that will be well under my control. So 75 points, that's the way I calculate it. You can vary it based on your risk appetite. If you wanted to set it to 50 points or 25 points, it's up to you. I'm not going to say this is what you needed to do it. This is my risk appetite and I'm trying to play according to that. Guys, the trailing, imagine this is your trailing now. Okay, look at this. We have placed the stop loss at 350. Just click this trailing button. It will automatically trail. When the price moves, this one will automatically move. Just you wanted to see it? Wait. 350, can you see this? 352, 355. What is happening to the price? It is moving higher. This one will also keep moving higher. So in a normal day, if you feel that, Shiva, I just wanted to let it keep on going. Only disadvantage is, if it is coming back to 356, it will go and hit it. So the best thing which I would say is, if you are using the trailing stop loss, once it is above your buy price, put it there. Okay? Put it like this. You can't lose much beyond that. I'll just wait, 440, let it cross. I'm just waiting for it to cross that 440 mark. What is happening here? The market is still not falling. I'll show you that trailing stop loss feature, because that way you will know that you're not going to be making any loss on that particular trade. Even if the trade goes against you, you'll still be above your capital. Just adding few more quantities. You can change it to static or automatic trailing. It is up to you. Guys, there are plenty of features available in one click. You can set a target here. Imagine I wanted to set my target as this, 25,000, and my loss is 25,000. Okay, and you can set it like this. Whichever comes first, it will go and hit it and then close your position. We have also kept a trailing stop loss. It will automatically do that magic as well for you. Okay, so whether if this one comes hit, it will get hit. If this one comes and hits, it will get hit. So that's the way we have designed it. I'm just adding few positions here. So every rise, I'm going to be using it as an opportunity to add some positions. Good news is, RSI is bouncing, and I'm just going to be looking for one round of an opportunity to sell more here, more here. And now, go and look at the data. What is the data suggesting you? Should I be there on the call side or on the put side for the Bank Nifty? And Fin Nifty, 9.52. Still the Fin Nifty is like playing an even Steven game, but Bank Nifty is clearly starting to break down. Now, this guy is almost going towards the territory. Now I will just cancel it, and then we will add some positions, and then I'll show you that. Why am I adding it there? Can you see the reasons? It is all a quick move, right? It's almost getting towards the territory. Is it going higher with the volume? Why they needed to do this? They are trying to trap the people. People who would have entered at 440, 450 odd levels, they all would have been trapped by this time. That's the power of going with the low volume on the downside. Now, we have around 200, 2000 quantities. What he needed to do is, once it is like an average is coming down, on the way up again, if you are feeling that this market can give you a potential reward, you just needed to exit some positions once it goes to 385 to 390 and then hold the remaining position. I'm just adding more here because it is coming right at the resistance. Though it is not a big resistance for me, I'm still playing for the resistance over there. The only reason is all other parameters are in my kitty except one. What is that which is not missing? Volume. Except the volume, you have all the things in your favor. Now, it is at around 375. What was our initial entry point? Just look at it. The reason why you needed to play smartly with your averaging is very important in this market. We entered at 435, 425 odd levels. From 425, we have been adding the position. And then now it is at 370 odd levels. Imagine if you are a small player, you should have been taking exactly at the 370 odd levels, keeping this level as your stop loss. Clear? Now, how much is the capital we have deployed so far? 10% overall. 10% overall. Now again, once it goes towards the 385, 387, I'll cut down some quantity here because even if it is going higher, then I would require some capital to average my positions. So don't think that I needed to get complete profit for me to exit the position. Sometimes it cannot happen. Okay? And I think they are trying to defend this level very well. Bank Nifty, they just don't want to give it up today. Okay, is it going to be a bull versus the bear or the bear? What they are going to be doing it? Interesting day on cards. So why not Fin Nifty? Fin Nifty, we are still seeing both the sides. The OI is pretty big. That means the writers are going to be controlling it. All the move which I am seeing it here, it may be due to the Fin Nifty expiry. They are trying to absorb the Fin Nifty as much as possible. Look at this. Guys, remember, I'm ready to take a risk up to 1.5 because that is the profit. We made around 2.5 yesterday, but I'm not going to be using the entire 2.5. I can go up to 1.5 lakh. Remember, our stop losses are somewhere around 356 in case if it is going to be getting hit. I wanted to revise it. I'll keep it at 340. And if I wanted to trail this one, I can also place that. Now, in this scenario, I can keep a target like this. We will leave it like this. So it's up to us. Whichever is getting triggered first, either a 340. If you feel the 340 is going to be a tough one, you can manually change it, or you can also put it on the auto mode. The only good news for me is the Dow is falling, the VIX is rising, and all those parameters in my position. Only bad point is the market is artificially making a move towards so that it will trigger all the weekend stop losses and then cause some losses. It's just trying to do that magic. I think they just wanted to fool the people. Please be careful. Don't try to mimic my trades because my risk appetite is totally different from yours. I think they are just trying to break that level. This is the final level. And imagine if I wanted to book my loss, I'll just look for this level because this is the area from where you can clearly see the market multiple times made a low. And if they are going to be taking it higher, They just needed to do a reversal from this level. Still, we have around 8 lakhs left. I'm just waiting for it to go towards this territory for me to deploy the remaining. Will the Bank Nifty be able to close it above the super trend? If yes, then this is going to be like in a no trade zone. Someone who is looking for the support trade and a resistant trade, you'll not be able to. This is the problem when the market is not falling with volume. So that the bulls are trying to say, you guys do not have enough confidence to take this market lower. We will show you how to take it higher, take it near to the VWAP. That's exactly the market action which has been shown here. Nothing more, nothing less. I think another candle getting formed. Now the super trend is getting broken. Will these guys be able to take it above that VWAP level, or is it going to be moving it lower? Once usually the super trend is getting broken, you will normally see the market just playing around in the territory. 370 odd levels. Our average is now around 385. From almost 430 odd levels, we have come to 385. So what we needed it. Dow is 230 points down now. Should I be more worried now on this one? Why did we take this trade? First foremost, look at this data. This is giving you the confidence. They have been still holding up the positions on the call side in spite of all the moves. Next, options data. You can clearly see the IV on the call side is lower. The IV on the put side is higher. Moreover, the fall is getting bigger and bigger here. It went up to like in 70, 80 points. Now they would have been like in trying to make sure that some of the people who would have entered, they are all like in getting trapped. That's the game they've been playing today. Okay, next. Look at the VIX data. VIX has been falling because of the Nifty factor. I needed to be little careful here. Again, it is right at the level wherein you can get all the moves here. Imagine if there is going to be a large move. Okay, if there is going to be a one candle large move, since we have already placed our stop loss, it will go and trigger that level. Okay, so even in this scenario, I might lose around like an 1.5. Still, it will be well within the reach. I don't want to lose beyond what I can recover. Always keep that in mind. Don't try to deploy anything which you will not be able to recover. 233. Wow. What a way to fool the people here. Yes. If you're a one lot player, if you have entered here, your stop loss is going to be here. Imagine Shival can average my position one more lot. Then your next lot should be only at VWAP. Keep like 15, 20 points above and then look for it. I think market is still trying to hold up that level. Are they trying to close it above the VWAP with the super trend, only 10 more seconds left? Looks like it. Looks like it. They're just like trying to take it above that level. Can you see this? This is the final level. I think they just literally wanted to go towards this territory. I think our stop loss is getting hit. Almost there. Almost there. I'm just adding more positions near to my stop loss level, because if there is going to be a reversal, it has to be here. And I'm going to be keeping some point buffer there. This is the area wherein I needed to utilize my maximum capital. Imagine if 20% is my maximum capital which I wanted to deploy. This is the area. Okay, this is the area I would do that. And I'm going to be keeping 325 as the final stop loss level. Maybe a 10-15 point cushion, possible. I think it is getting hit almost. It is. Get it. What a way to fool the people. Anyway, we are just placing above the VWAP and it is getting hit. This is literally a crazy market. So if you are like losing maybe around like an additional 0.1% without intraday profits and everything, then you should be just get out of the game. Just get out of the game, because whatever the stop loss which you're going to be placing, these guys are literally fooling to take it up. Again, remember, the whole day these guys are playing around this territory, and when they are completely recovering it, doing all this, even the big money is going to lose it. When the big money is losing 100, 200 CR, I don't mind losing my 2.5 or 3 lakhs, whatever that I needed to lose it. This is where most of the time, sometimes our confidence will get dented. What people will say, oh no man, I played all the things. One thing which went against us. You played with the data and everything. What is that which important factor which didn't support us? It's a volume. It's a volume. Now, what can happen here? Sometimes we will be tempted to take a trade. 90% of the time, we will be tempted to take a trade above this level, take a trade, and then we will be thinking that the market is going to be doing a reversal and then going on the call side. No. Can you see this? They played for the VWAP. People like me who placed 10, 15 points above the VWAP, they would have triggered all those weekends. You can consider me as a weekend because the market has not been falling with volume. So I would have definitely placed 10, 20 points. And we tried to average our position the maximum here, and it got triggered here. From there, it has almost given up. Look at that. It went to 312, 311. And if you look at the chart also, that would be the low which would have got created. That is, whatever the levels which you are playing, if they are still looking to short, like get the hit, now you guys tell me, am I the operator here? No, I'm the goat here. Right. So not necessary that you will be able to win all the time. Can you see this candle? The candle low is around 306. Now it is somewhere around 300 and... There it is. What is happening now? 340. That is how it is. You have to accept the game and then move on. You have to accept the game and then move on. Guys, we cannot be keep holding the positions once it is going up. Okay? We cannot be keep holding up. The bigger problem is, sometimes what will happen is, you will say, Shiva, just one candle, one more candle, one more candle, one more candle. By the time your loss would have accumulated very big. By the time your loss would have accumulated very big, and that will be like in a point of no recovery. It's better to at least get an exit here. Okay, now I can say, okay, yesterday's profit is gone. Little bit of today's profit is also gone. Now, at least I know only my profits are gone and I can still work on the capital which I have. But if you'd have been like losing your capital completely here, 30, 40%, then no way we will be able to recover it. So if you're a one lot player, this is your only opportunity. But considering it's not moving with the two candle theory, please be careful. Don't try to deploy large capital. Guys, I would still stay away. Why I would stay away? After going there, they just needed to make an immediate comeback, which they are not doing it. They are just taking their own sweet time. If you look at it, they are taking their own sweet time. But interesting thing is, from almost 306, 40, 50 rupee bounce has been happening in terms of the P prices. Now, don't be surprised if it goes to 380, 390, 400, and it goes to gaze low also. Sometimes that's the way it is. Sometimes that's the way it is. Our average was somewhere around 380 now, right? Imagine it is only a 30 point, but we did our best, whatever that is possible. This is what the market can do to you, even on the best days. You might see that the market has given you all the data points in your favor and everything. When there is a volatility like this, you're bound to get hit. You're bound to get hit. Good that you're not only seeing only the profit days, you are also seeing the last days. Then you will know how the mindset also needed to be there. Okay, then don't get boggled down. Guys, you will face all those days. We are here as a business. All these businesses, we will have both good and the bad days. But make sure that the good days are much higher than the bad days. Now the Dow, what is happening with the Dow? Can you see a difference in the Dow now? It was around 230 points or 240 points down. From there, it has been completely recovering. It has recovered almost 40, 50, 60 points now. It is recovering. Now, what can happen in our markets? Imagine based on the Dow recovery, these guys can also make you a fool. Now go and look at the data. Just go and look at this. Guys, it's not only you and me. There would be plenty of people who would have lost money. Because all the parameters in the book is getting fulfilled, but bigger parameter is the volume today, which has fooled us. Okay? Even like an I got tracked. The reason is, I thought the big, like in considering the OI data and other things, we will definitely get a reversal. Sometimes that's the way it is. But they are doing it. It's not as if they are not doing it. They are doing it. Only thing is, by the time our loss and the stop loss levels would have got hit. Guys, we can wait for the VWAP candle to close, but unfortunately, our levels, whatever that we place, it is going above that level, right? So that's a problem. They play like this to trigger your stop losses. You can't help other than, imagine if these guys would have made it here and all the way here, your loss would have been not 2.5, it would have gone to 3.54. Then it is going to be like in a bigger one because I will be losing more than 2-3%. I don't want that. I can keep it up to 1.5%, that's fine. But if I was going around like in 3-4%, 5%, then again I will start to gamble. Okay, those are the mistakes which I have done in the past. Let's not do that again. Yes, there are days I would have risked around 5, 6 or 7% based on the risk appetite. But the bigger risk is, today it's not a right day to take me that risk. Why? It has not fallen with the volume, so I don't want to take a bigger risk over there. Now, imagine if you are a small player, if you have taken a trade near to the VWAP, are you still trading in a profit or in a loss? You would have been making some profits on that one. Okay, so that is the difference. If you are a large player, people think if you are a large player, you will be able to average and get the positions in your favor. No, not every time you will be able to do that. Today is a right example for you. People who think that with small capital we cannot trade. Only with large capital I can trade. Large capital you can make money, you will also be losing big money. Get ready for that. Don't think that with large capital I will be able to make all my positions in my favor. That doesn't work always. Clear? Okay. With this, after the session, we are going to be looking at the most important concept, which is going to be the expiry day strategy. Guys, let it go below or above with the volume, then we will try to think about the next trade. Otherwise, try to stay light. Okay, try to stay light. Now, the most important topic for the day, which is going to be the OI expiry day strategy. Get ready for that. That is going to be the next game changer, which I want you all to do it. After the session, I'll be asking you all to do a homework. Come prepared for Thursday morning, because that is where you will understand how the expiry day analysis, which you needed to do it for the monthly expiry and for the weekly expiries. So are you all set for that? Yes. Great. Guys, this is the area wherein we will easily be getting convinced to go and buy a put because considering the market is not moving. But the problem here is if the Dow is recovering, you will immediately see 1 or 2 large candles spike up. And already the market has moved from 44,500 to almost 44,700, right? 200-point move. So get ready for a sudden surprises on either side. Why? On certain days, if I needed to trap the opponent, I needed to make a counter move. Those are the days like this. The Dow is already recovering pretty fast. So please be careful. Don't try to go for it, anything. Guys, even if there is going to be an evening star, the Dow is recovering faster and the way it is not falling with volume. By this time, the bear should have defended it well. By this time, they should have taken it down pretty fast. They are not doing it. In that scenario, it's better to stay light rather than going and fighting with them. Okay? Okay, guys. We'll be back after the lunch break. And then we will start the next activity.